You may or may not have heard me just crack open a Pepsi. I guess I'll find out when I watch the playback. How's it going, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Sunday Video Update. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. Today's date is Sunday, November 24th, 2024. Joining me off camera, you just saw my dad. He let the dogs out. So, to answer Afro Man, we know who let the dogs out. Amy, she's off camera. She says, thank God. Okay. But she is joining us this week as well. Hope you're all doing well. It is a Sunday before Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to it. Um, a lot has went down last week. And before I get to that, I have a couple of things to address in my chat. So, of course, we got Toenail. We also have a troll. So I'm going to start with Toenail's comments first because Toenail, his comments are just fucking hilarious. So I'm going to start with that. So, quote, unquote, from chewing off my toenail, he says, I plan on adding toenails to my mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. You're going to ruin our appetite before we even get started cooking here, Toenail. Before I add gravy into the bowl, I will line the bottom of the bowl with toenails for a more relaxed, crunchy sensation. Dad says, hell no. Then he says, I will bake toenails into my biscuits. Well, I bought two cans of biscuits, guys. I think that may have just obliterated my craving for biscuits. Who the fuck is that already? Amy, okay, then I'll read them to you. The Pillsbury Doughboy is kicking back on my ceiling fan and dropping his clumps of gravy into my mashed potatoes.
Okay, I'm done eating mashed potatoes.
That's gross, but it's funny. So I'm going to laugh at that. And then he finishes off by saying Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Toenail, for the humor. Although you may have potentially obliterated our craving for Thanksgiving, you just ruined dinner for us. But nah, we won't even. We'll forget these comments by the time I get the food cooking, and by the time we get going on chowing down. So the troll, who decided to be brave and let his balls drop, if this person has balls, tells me to leave people alone, stop harassing people, which I don't harass anybody, and no one loves you, Jared. Stop acting like everyone loves you when they don't. Well, guess what, motherfucker? There are lots and lots and lots of people out there who would disagree with you, and they say otherwise. So you, Hot Butter Biscuit, can fuck off into oblivion. And then I had a comment from Chewing Off My Toenail who says, not cool, Hot Butter Biscuit. Why don't you leave Jared alone? Thank you, Toenail, for coming to my defense.
I agree.
But Hot Butter Biscuit, you consider yourself nuked. You are no longer allowed in my chat. You can fuck off, whether that be respectfully or ugly. So we're going to deal with him right now. No one loves you. Get bent. But anyway, some big things have happened last week that I need to talk about. And so, first off, we had to get a new stove because our old stove took a shit. And with Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday, we needed to, think fast, think quickly on our feet. So we checked Marketplace on Facebook, and so we found a stove on Marketplace, and as it turns out, it was a cousin of ours who was selling the stove. And so we bought it from a family member, which we appreciate them. Thank you, Bill, and I think Nancy is her name. I should know the names of my relatives, but thank you, Bill. And it is Nancy, now that I think about it. Yes. Thank you, Bill and Nancy, for the stove. It's not brand new, but it works. It's not one of those flat top stoves like we had the last time. We actually have a stove now with the burners, the coils on top of the stove, which is good and bad. It's good because we know that the burners work. It's bad because now the mice are going to get down into it once again. So And this is an old house, and we live in the country, and mice are synonymous with old houses and living in the country. They're little field mice, but still, they're gross. Um, well, we don't really have a problem. I mean, chipmunks usually stay outside. They don't get in the house unless someone that we know fucking brings them in. But we don't have chipmunks coming into the house. It's more or less mice. They're little field mice, but still, they carry disease. They carry, malaria and salmonella and dysentery and all kinds of nasty, disgusting shit. So, in my view, a dead mouse is a good mouse. Um, but in any event, yeah, that's you're not going to escape it. There's always going to be a mouse coming into the house. I mean, I can hear him in the attic during the wintertime. Um, I'm still in the process of cleaning out my bedroom, so it's going to take away a lot of the homing for the mice because I have destroyed all of their nests. And trust me, there are nests in my bedroom, and I had vacuumed them out. I took a shop vac, one of those vacs with the extension on it, sucked the nest right out. Whether they were still in there or not, I don't care. They're dead now. Um, so that was number one big thing. We had to get a different stove just in time for Thanksgiving. And yesterday, we found out that a popular game show host had passed away, Chuck Woolery, who was the host of Love Connection and Lingo. And back in the 90s, I can remember this like it was yesterday. Chuck Woolery hosted Scrabble on the Family Channel, like back in 93, 94. And he was actually the very first host of Wheel of Fortune. Chuck Woolery was the host of Wheel of Fortune before Pat Sajak, and this was back in, I think, 1975. Chuck Woolery died yesterday at the age of 83. He was married to an actress named Joanne Flug from 1972 until 1980. And Chuck Woolery will dearly be he'll dearly be missed. Chuck Woolery was one of my favorite game show hosts. Of course, Bob Eubanks was one of my favorites. Bob Eubanks is from Flint, I believe. I think it's Bob Eubanks is from Flint. Now I have to check just to make sure that my sources are correct. But I'm pretty sure. I think it's Bob Eubanks is from Flint. Bob Eubanks. He's a DJ. He was born in Flint on January 8th, 1938. He's still alive. He's 86 years old. He was a host of the Newlywed Game and Card Sharks. He also hosted Card Sharks after Jim Perry. He was born in Flint. Yeah, I don't know who Dad's talking to either. I don't know who he'd be talking to. But I know what he's talking about because I can hear it like off in the background, but I'm not going to discuss it here because it doesn't involve me. It doesn't involve Amy. And it actually really doesn't even involve Dad, although Dad throws himself into the mix a lot of time. And Dad was there when this ordeal or situation had taken place. So it kind of involves Dad, but not wholly involving Dad. And so, yeah, I'm good. Dad is actually watching a football game. It is the Detroit Lions versus the Indianapolis Colts. I don't watch football, but when Dad watches it, he swears at the screen, which I just think is the funniest shit I've ever heard. And yeah, you might hear him in the video. When he comes back out from being off the phone, he'll be like, "Yeah, touchdown, motherfucker!" That's my dad. He's into the football. I never got into football. I don't understand the concept of it. I don't understand the game, and I just don't watch it, on a normal, regular basis. Dad watches football quite a bit. So tonight is the Fox Sunday Flashback with my buddy old pal Dan Richards, and I'm going to leave a link in the chat log for those of you who may be watching this in replay, because I think I set the chat replay to be visible. So listen to. I should have done this before the show started, but that's okay. The Fox Sunday flashback with Dan Richards. Whoops. At 7 p.m. So, yeah.
You're just running a little slow. You step in.
Well, I mean, I've been having trouble getting to sleep at night, but I do this every week where I should put the link into the chat before the show even starts, but I'm just more, you know, I'm ready to get the show going. So a link to the Fox Sunday Flashback, it's the station's website, is in the chat log. Make sure you listen tonight at 7 o'clock. My buddy Dan Richards, who he plays classic rock, southern rock, and outlaw country, or something like that. Anyway, he's got a specific way of saying it, and I'm butchering it here in the live stream. But if you listen to it, you'll understand the genre. He plays a lot of good stuff. I mean, he plays stuff that I've never heard before. And I'm getting close to having 8,000 songs in my collection. I've been building up and adding and adding and adding. And yeah, thanks a lot, Dan. And I hope all of you, from no matter where you are in the world, you will be able to listen to the Fox Sunday Flashback tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So you have to figure out, if you live in a different time zone, you got to figure out what time it would be for you, because on the East Coast, it would be 7 o'clock. So make sure you tune in tonight and place your requests. It's 810-230-WRSR. That's the number to dial. Okay, so that sounds like Uncle Tim, because he said bro. So I'm assuming that's Uncle Tim. Was that Uncle Tim? Yeah. So we've gone over quite a few things since you stepped away. We got a different stove, or I pointed that out. And Chuck Woolery passed away yesterday, which I'm bummed about that. I like Chuck Woolery. Yes, I just said that. You weren't paying attention. Dad is because you're hooked on the football game, the Lions versus the Indianapolis Colts, which I'm not a football fan. I couldn't give a fuck less who wins football games, honestly. Some people, they get so emotionally attached to this shit. I don't understand it. I never understood it. You get people who wear the jerseys of their favorite player. It's just fucking weird. Like, why? I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, it's to give everybody an update. It seems we're talking football. The Lions are at 21. The Colts are at 6. They're in the fourth quarter, and there's a little under 15 minutes left on the clock. So the football game will be ending shortly. And God, would you hurry up? It's fucking cold out there. I felt that draft instantly. I know he's waiting for the dog to come in, but holy shit, is it cold. It's only, I think, let's see. Hey, Siri. Current temperature.
It's currently 47 degrees.
47. Felt like it to me. It's not necessarily 70. It's not subtropical outside. Winter is right around the corner. And, okay, Luna, okay. Settle down. So, something I have to mention, and I know it's going to probably put a lot of people in a down mood, but this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, they are predicting at least an inch of snow for our area. Huh? Yep, they're predicting we're expected to get about an inch of snow this weekend. It'll be the first significant snowfall for our area. We've already had snow flurries. We've had our first flakes of snow. Hey over there. Well, he's really talking to you. He wants to be heard. That's okay. Oh, Bart. It's my dog, Barkley. Say hell no. Say hell no. Hell no. Okay. Hell no. Say it again. Hell no. Say hell no. Perfect. Perfect. That's my boy. That's my dog. Come here, Bart. Come here, buddy. Aw, you want dad to scratch your belly? I love my dogs, although they can be a pain in the butt. Yeah, you, Luna, I'm talking to you. You can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but I love my dogs. Love my dogs. Don't know where I love you too.
Yeah, he's looking right at you.
Why you barking at me for? What did I do? I'm just doing my live show, man. What are you barking at? He's probably hungry. He looked right at me and he was barking at me. I don't know why. I'm just sitting here minding my business. But yeah, they're forecasting an inch of snow by this weekend. And now Dad's got the orange slices that the dogs just love. Is it safe to give them stuff like that? Huh? Well, if they get sick this time, I'm not cleaning it because you're giving it to them. So good luck with that. But I think Scruffy is barking to get in. Yeah. Sorry for the dead air, guys. I'm like my dad. I'm getting preoccupied with shit going on around me. But anyway, yeah, you handed it to Amy and then what? Gave it to the dog? Then handed it to the dog. You know, I made that joke. I brought that up at my mom's funeral. I said, my mom taught me the true meaning of love. She would, when I was a kid, she would break off a piece of a Snickers bar. She would go to give it to me and put it right back in her mouth again. That's not just love, that's true love. And I still get asked, on occasion, how have you been doing since mom passed away? I have my good and bad days. It sucks not having mom here for another holiday, but um, it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna be fine. I know that, whenever, even when I cook food, I know that a part of mom is with me when I'm cooking something because she's like, I can hear her tell me, son, turn the heat down, or son, you better flip that grilled cheese, or I can almost hear her voice. Um, so, um, so yeah, a part of her will always be with me. And yeah, it does get difficult at times, but I deal with it. Um, I get through the day. I take my Celexa like I'm supposed to. I take an antidepressant. Um, I'm doing what I can every single day, one day at a time. I was talking to my neighbor the other day, Jim and Stephanie next door, and just as Jim was pulling in, we were talking. He says, "How you been doing over here, bud?" And I said, "I'm doing okay, Jim. Thanks for asking." And he says, "You're doing okay without mom?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I have my good and bad days, Jim." I said, "But it's one day at a time." And he says, "That's right, one day at a time, because that's all we got." So, um, I still have neighbors looking out, which I think is really nice. Unlike the bitch who lives down the road, this insensitive, gutless, spineless bitch down the road. Well, you act like you're the only one who's ever lost a parent. Yeah, fuck you. And the horse you rode in on, go back to fucking Lansing or Langsburg or wherever the fuck you came from, because you're just a disgusting piece of garbage for even saying something so insensitive like that. You fucking coward. Uh, and I let her have it. Yeah, her, a woman. Yeah, you're damn right. Man or woman, if someone's going to come at me with some insensitive comment like that, I will fucking tear you a new asshole and that'll be it. But there are people out there who genuinely care. And I am grateful for those people. Unlike Hot Butter Biscuit in my chat, who says that no one loves me, which that's weak sauce, dude. Is that the best you have? Telling me that no one loves me when I have over almost 600 people on Facebook who say otherwise. So go fuck yourself, Biscuit. Yeah, that didn't do shit to me. You're weak. And that goes for any other troll who's watching this, and before they get brave enough to think they're gonna put something in my chat log, I will chew you up and spit you the fuck out. Saying, "Oh, Jared, nobody loves you," and you act like people do and they don't. Yeah, fuck off. That's not an act. I've touched the lives of more people than you have in one fucking day, bud. So, actually, I take that back. I have touched more lives in one day than you have in your entire fucking lifetime. And Barkley would even agree. Did you see that? Amy moved the orange slice and Barkley just followed it with his eyes. I mean, look at this. Come here, Bart. Come here, Bart. Oh, now 3 of them are begging Dad for an orange slice.
Luna was looking like she was gonna cry there for a minute.
I wish you guys could see this. It's kind of cute, but it's kind of annoying at the same time because Dad spoils the fuck out of these dogs, and I do my absolute best to break the cycle. They beg me for food, and I don't feed them unless, of course, something accidentally slips off my plate onto the floor. Then, of course, come and clean up my mess. But they go to Dad because Dad deliberately gives it to them. And now they expect it every single fucking time that Dad has food of any kind in his hands. So you kind of you kind of brought that on yourself, Pop. Dad says I gotta hide these fuckers because they'll find them. That's funny. That's hilarious.
Look at her.
Um,
Looks like she's gonna cry.
And I want to say to those of you who don't come into the chat, but you still watch my videos, thank you for watching and thank you for listening. I get comments, like from through the grapevine from people who they're not actively in my chat log, but they watch, like just they go to the YouTube app and they go to my channel, they watch and they listen. I appreciate the viewership and I appreciate people coming into the chat, and whether you're going to be funny like Toenail or be a douche nozzle like Biscuit, I still enjoy the commentary and I enjoy the interaction because an interaction is still an interaction and it counts. So I am very appreciative of that. So last week I did a little bit of shopping for Thanksgiving. We are going to have a shank ham. I'm going to make my green bean casserole. I'm going to make some peel and boil some potatoes. We're going to mashed potatoes. We're going to have deviled eggs. And I got cherry cheesecake, 2 cherry cheesecakes. Dad had me kind of worried last week because he said that we had cheesecake and I didn't fucking know about it. And it's like, wait a minute here. You have violated a code here, because if we have cheesecake in the freezer and you didn't offer me any, what the fuck, man? You're supposed to make sure I get some of that shit. He wanted to keep it from me. How dare he? How dare he? So.
Well, that's like he tried keeping carrot cake away from me. Oh,
yeah, carrot cake is good. I love carrot cake. Carrot cake is good. And I've been chowing away at, I guess, what would it be? What is that? It's like it's got nuts on it. Pecan. Yeah, that's what it is. Pecan. Or pecan, however the fuck you pronounce it. That's how I always say it. Pecan. Well, it's good no matter how you slice it. But yeah, I've been chowing away on that. I left a slice in there for whoever wants it. that pecan thing in that container.
Have it.
Okay, then I'll eat it. I'll finish it off. Yeah, it's got the nuts on it, so they can't eat nuts, but I can. Um, I will definitely finish that off. Of course, I'm actually not done with Thanksgiving shopping yet because I wanted to buy a big. Oh, thank you. What is this? It's venison, right?
Oh,
No, it's not venison. What is this?
oh, is it?
No, yes, no. What is it? Venison.
No.
So that
Mm.
stick that you had,
Mm.
that Dad took.
Yeah, this is good. Of course,
I was eyeing it last night. But
Dad would give me food. Y'all are watching me chew food live on YouTube.
as long as you don't talk with your mouth full.
Right, never does.
Or you're
Sorry,
chewing
guys.
food.
We're not getting none of that. That's my food.
Hey,
I heard a vehicle.
Luna.
'Cause I heard it.
Well, let's see if anybody. Well, I hope nobody's here right now. Who is it?
Nope.
Yep. Nope.
Nobody.
Are we just indecisive today, Dad, or what? What's the deal?
Yeah, man. It sounds like he is.
Yes. No. You don't know. Luna.
Where at?
Enough.
Nobody out there, Joanne.
Stop. No. Stop umphing over there. Luna. I appreciate you being a good watchdog, but please stop. Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. Look up here. Look. Okay. I love you too, baby.
You shithead.
You're a little shithead, but you're a good watchdog. I appreciate you. Yes. Okay. I love you too. Baby.
But she's a good watchdog. She tells
Yep.
you
Every little noise, man, she'll bark.
Even if it's the dog's barking next door,
What I
she
think
still
is funny-
barks.
What I think is funny is she'll be sitting here at night and she'll see the glare off the TV.
Yeah.
See somebody out there and she'll start barking at them.
Yeah. The TV reflects in the window over here, and she'll watch the reflection and bark at the reflection.
Or as of last night, she's decided, oh, I'm gonna go sit in front of the entertainment center and watch the TV.
You know, she was watching the game or watching something last night, a movie. Then the dogs were barking this morning and she was barking right along with them.
Yeah. But that's my girl. Birthday twin. We share a birthday. Don't we, Luna?
She'll be 37. No.
No. I'm 38. I got 37 years on her, on that dog. So this week, I still have to, of course, I got to prepare Thanksgiving, but there's also a couple items that I forgot. I want to get a big thing of beans, Bush's baked beans. You know, we had the hot dogs, and I had a hankering for Franks and beans last night,
You too.
and we didn't have the fucking beans, but we had the hot dogs.
Vegetarian beans.
No, that's not the same thing. Vegetarian beans, no. We need baked beans, like Bush's baked beans.
I'm not vegetarian. I eat fucking venison.
All
them straps we had.
Oh, back straps are good.
They
Oh
were
my
thick,
God, those were
and
good.
they were that thick and that
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Back strap, that long.
A friend of ours last week was emptying out his freezer, and he called us up and said, "Hey, would you like some of this food? We're trying to make room." Well, I just went shopping for Thanksgiving last week, and so we're not out of food now.
Venison now,
we're-
see?
Yeah, we'll take venison, but
And it was this year.
but we're not low on food.
Oh,
We're set. Propane, on the other hand, we'll deal with that. Um, we always do. We always take care of that. But next year might be different. Because what we were planning on doing this year, well, the plan failed because it's spring and summer. We want to have money to go out and do things, and um, we don't want to sit home when the weather's nice.
My credit's good up there too, so
And
with propane, I can get it and pay so much. I pay it off.
so we decided to use the money we have to enjoy summer and spring, but we were going to the plan was we were going to take money over to the propane company to credit it to the company so that way we wouldn't have to scrounge up all the money at once, because that gets hard, trying to scrounge up all the money at once.
You can manage, though, all the
Um,
time.
but we pay it,
We manage.
and I think next year might be different though. I might take, $50 or whatever over there, or $100 or something, just to get,
Even if we both do $50 a month
yeah,
in 12 months, that's
yeah. It's what, 1,200?
that's enough for
Yeah.
propane.
My math isn't totally off. I'm not a doofus. Huh?
That'll give us 400 gallons.
Yeah.
It'll last us through the winter.
Right. And I also announced it last week that I had some other plans for next year, but I'm not going to get into detail about them. But there's something else I'm going to work on. And I know it's a teaser. Well, Jared, if you're not going to talk about it, why bring it up? Well, because I can. And some people are going to be happy. At least I hope next year. So yeah, I mean, I've still got a friend who wants me to fly out to where they live at to spend a weekend with them. And they even told me, "Well, I'll fly you out in January." Well, January is kind of a bad time because the weather is kind of rough. We get cold and snow, and I don't want to be stranded on a flight where they cancel the flight.
Straight out of the airport for
Yeah, and I'm stuck in an airport for hours.
days.
They gotta
You know.
put you up in a motel because you don't have.
Yeah. I don't want to be stuck in the middle of
You
nowhere.
have to be in the airport,
Um,
because couldn't
yeah.
afford a motel.
Yeah, I'd have to sleep in the airport.
You know what
Um,
they did for Judy?
I wouldn't. Well,
They put her up in Marriott.
Maybe
There was a
Yeah.
delay.
back when people were generous and caring, now they just want the fucking money.
about money.
Yep. But this idea of traveling in January is just not going to happen. Actually, one of my friends, my friends out in New York, well, their daughter wanted me to come out to see them this coming Saturday. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't. And she says, "But I love you and miss you." I love and miss you too, but the Saturday is just not a good time. See, I got other things I have to do. Um,
But Jared Bear.
yeah, she's like, yeah, Jared Bear, I love you. Well, Jared Bear loves you more, but it doesn't work that way. Jared Bear's got bills. Jared Bear has to be an adult and take care of his financial responsibilities. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's cute, but kind of breaks my heart at the same time because it's like, oh, don't do that to me. I want to come out and see you again, but it's just a bad time for traveling right now. I did all my traveling. I might go out to Bronner's again this week, which I planned on it. There's just so many things I plan to do. I shouldn't be so open about my plans and where I'm going to be, but it's a part of my life, and that's what I enjoy. I'm not really into the Christmas spirit, but I have been playing Christmas music. And the point of that is, what's the sense of having the Christmas music if I'm not going to play it? However, what I do is I will queue up a list of songs because I have nearly 8,000 songs right now. And the Christmas music collection is separate from my main collection. So what I do is I'll queue up a list of songs, and like every fifth or sixth song I'll throw in Christmas and then back to the regular playlist. Um, I try to alternate. I even did that with the Halloween music during Halloween. I would have a list of songs, like at the maybe the fifth or sixth song, I would add a Halloween song, a couple of Halloween songs, and then go back to the regular playlist. And it seems to work. Although we do like Blue Christmas by Seymour Swine. And the Elvis version is also um it's it's not even sad. It's not really even sad. It's a rock and roll. It's typical Elvis. I mean, Elvis had a lot of, you know, um I wonder if you're lonesome tonight, and that, are you lonesome tonight, and huh? Well, Jailhouse Rock wasn't sad. Jailhouse Rock was a rock and roll. And the Ghetto was kind of sad. Actually, and Elvis didn't write that. Mac Davis wrote In the Ghetto, and Elvis put his voice behind it, and it sounded really good. Um, yeah, it was a big hit for Elvis. But I play a lot of I play all different kinds of music. Ain't they These guys know that. Um, like yesterday I had my computer on shuffle, and boy was it was picking songs that I forgot that I had. I mean, it happens. I have almost 8,000 songs, and I'm losing track of the songs that I actually have. And I just forgot that I had them because I don't casually listen to them. But when they play, it's like, I do have that song. Okay. Didn't think I did, but I do. Um, and one song actually got Dad emotional yesterday. And so it's like, it's okay, Dad. The song, the computer randomly selected it, you know. But then the music got better. And then he was singing along. I forget what it was. Was it? I don't remember. I'd have to go back. Let's see here, because I put the playlist on Facebook, which acts as a good reference, because if anybody wants copies of MP3s, I can email them, and it is actually a joy to email songs to people. I think it's great. There's an oncology mom who has been asking me for music, and I've been sending her copies of MP3s. No Rain by Blind Melon, that's a childhood favorite of mine. Let's see here. Yeah, Darius. I'm trying to think of what song played after that, because the song was called Is It Over Yet by Winona Judd, and Dad got emotional. So let's see here. It was, what was the song that played after that? Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. Love Has No Pride by Michelle Wright. Please Come to Boston by Dave Loggins. Dad, you like that song, Please Come to Boston. Dad was singing along with that. Neon Light by Blake Shelton. Sweet Cherry Wine, Tommy James and the Shondells. Hush by Deep Purple. I like that. Na 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 na. That's a good song. I'll think of something by Mark Chestnut. The Pusher by Steppenwolf. God damn, it's a pusher, man. Tennessee Orange by Megan Maroney, which, by the way, my good friend Leah Williams, who is a Nashville recording artist, got to meet Megan Maroney, and I'm a bit jealous. Afternoon Delight by Starland Vocal Band. No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age. That was one that was actually suggested by the oncology mom, because she loves that kind of music. She likes a lot of music. Pinball Wizard by The Who. Family Tradition by Bocephus. Hank Jr. Good Old Boys by Waylon Jennings, and Marina Del Rey by George Strait. I got all kinds of music. 100 songs out of, let's see. I could tell you right now, I could give you a number, how many songs I actually have in my collection because my music is still plugged into the USB drive, the flash drive. I have 7,934 songs and counting. I'm not done. So I have Shazam on my phone. So anytime I hear a song, I Shazam it and then I download it and add it to my collection. What's going on with my wrist there? Let's see here. Santa Monica by Everclear. I think I've got that one already. So you get to hang with me. I don't have to consistently talk, although I do have a bit of a motor mouth. Good. Well, okay. I do have Santa Monica by Everclear, so I can take that out of Shazam. To Make You Feel My Love by Matilda Holte. To Make You Feel My Love, the only version I have of that is by Garth Brooks. Yep. And I Don't Want to Ride the Rails No More by Vince Gill. I don't think I have that one. I don't want to. I don't have that one, but I will add it when I'm done with my video update. I weigh 213 pounds. Did I mention that last week? I think I did. Yeah, you can kind of see it on my face. I have kind of a chubby face. I did put weight on, and a lot of it largely has to do with this Pepsi, but I like Pepsi.
No, Jared, just be honest. I'm taking it off.
Well, Mom did warn me. She says, by the time you're 40, you're gonna have a weight problem, and you're not gonna like it. Well, I did put on weight, but it hasn't been an issue. But I'm active constantly. I'm moving around. I am, I stay as active as I can, and I take my Celexa, which it's a mood stabilizer. They call it an antidepressant, but it's actually a mood stabilizer. And once I get concentrated on something like cleaning out my bedroom, or I just want to listen to music, or when I do the dishes, I'll have music playing. It keeps me going. Like I'm not depressed and melancholy. I'll just, even if the song is sad, I'll just kind of move along with the groove and get done what needs done. But I have gained weight. I think a lot of it is the pop or the soda, depending where you're from. And I eat a lot of pasta. And the pastas, your body turns starches to sugar. And I eat a lot of potatoes too. Potatoes have a lot of potassium in them, but they also have starch. And potatoes will make you gain weight for sure. That mean we wash our clothes with potatoes? I can stand up. Yep. I just Googled, do potatoes have starch? It says, yes, potatoes are a starchy vegetable and contain a lot of starch. Well, that's partially why I gain weight. I eat a lot of starchy foods. Pasta in particular, but potatoes, oh yeah, I love potatoes. I love anything potato, mashed potato, French fries, fried potatoes. I like baked potato, potato wedges, potato skins, anything with potato in it, I'll eat it. Where are you going? You? Oh, yeah. But that's where I gained the most weight. you definitely gain weight from potatoes. I thought you did because although potatoes have potassium in them, they also do have starch. They're a starchy vegetable, which I knew, but I wanted to Google it for clarity just to make sure that I didn't, misunderstand something. But yeah, for sure. We are down to the last 15 minutes of the Sunday video update. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. If most of you are watching this in replay, because you're either preoccupied like my dad is with the football game, or you got some other personal things going on, which is fine. The video will be available when when I'm done here. Of course, it'll be available for playback later. And I witnessed something on Facebook today, which really made me sick to my stomach. Um, I'm not going to name names because it's irrelevant, but someone I've known since childhood had gone off on a tirade. Tyrant. Listen to me. They went off on a tirade in Messenger, saying how much they hate their mother, saying things like fuck the veterans, taking pride in burning an American flag, and saying that his mom is worthless. He hates his mom because she voted Trump. And this is someone I've known since they were kids. And they grew up, well, if you want to call it growing up, they had gotten older. That would probably be the more appropriate way to phrase it. They had grown up and they, I don't know what brought this on. It is just explosive anger, saying fuck the veterans and I hate my mom because she voted for Trump or whatever. And it's sad. It's really sad. First off, there's no way I would ever. Now there's appropriate ways to handle and dispose of old American flags. There is a way to do it. But just burning a flag because you don't like America, that's disgusting. My dad was in the service, so when this kid says fuck the veterans, that's a slap in the face to my dad.
Gotta be a fucking skinhead then.
No, actually he isn't. He's I'm not gonna I don't want to put too many details out there.
I'm gonna say that my
Um and you know who he is, but I'll tell you after we end this live stream.
You wouldn't want to say that.
He's got
Knock him out of the ass.
hate in his heart. And it makes me sad that politics has the politics has so much control over friendships and family. And you guys know me. I don't talk politics. I don't like to talk about politics. For those of you watching at home, Dad and Amy know I don't like to discuss politics. I won't even talk politics on Facebook. Here, it's, I don't even like talking about it here. It's iffy, but I talk about it. I didn't participate in the presidential election. I know that Trump was reelected. He's president-elect. Until January 20th, Biden is still the president. Am I happy that Trump was reelected? I don't know. He's actually, it disgusts me that Trump would say the things that he said. Kamala blew it because she said she didn't know what she would do differently. That totally fucking blew it for her.
What would you change? Nothing.
Yeah. What would you change? Oh, gee, I can't think of anything.
What the fuck kind of shit is that?
No one's going to vote for someone who doesn't have a plan. They don't have focus or direction on how they want to improve on the country. Trump is, and the people who defend the craziness and the narcissism that is Donald Trump, it's mind-blowing to me, but I'm not going to allow for that to break apart a friendship or people that I've known for years and I consider them my family. Irrespective of who you voted for, if you treat me good, I'm going to treat you good. it's still a matter of principle. If you treat me well, I'll treat you well. You know, or vice versa. If I treat you good, I can only hope I get the same in return. Doesn't matter who you voted for. But it has really and truly come down to brass knuckles with people that I have known and loved for ages. Families are falling apart because of political differences and ideological differences. It's sad. It's sad to see this. But when someone will come on and blatantly say, like, fuck the veterans and I burn American flags for fun, fuck this country, fuck my mom because she voted for Trump, I cannot talk to people like that. I will disassociate. Hold on. I will disassociate myself from anybody who stomps on veterans, who they take comfort in burning the American flag, and especially anybody who's going to hate on another human being because of who they voted for. I cannot support anybody who does this. I will not get behind people who are, they let politics divide them. Now, what were you saying?
If it wasn't for the veterans, he wouldn't be here.
Right.
For veterans, he wouldn't be here.
It's sad that it would ever come to this. Politics, it is probably one of the single most detrimental topics to ever discuss, because you're going to get people who disagree with you. Well, his uncle is a veteran, and his uncle even said, he burned the bridge with me. I'm done. And that's sad. But I understand. I get it. If I was a war veteran, if I served in the military like my dad or my Uncle Tim, and they said, fuck the veterans, I wouldn't want anything to do with them either, because they are responsible for the freedom you have to say, fuck the veterans.
And for that gentleman, thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
A big thank you to him.
I don't have disrespect. I don't disrespect military. I really don't even disrespect government officials. Not really, because the people vote for them into power, and you get what you ask for. I don't vote, but the people who do vote, y'all got what you asked for. The majority spoke. The people have spoken. And that argument can be made all day long. Where, Jared, if you would have voted, it wouldn't have made a difference. It wouldn't have made a difference. If you look at the map of the United States, most every county in every state was red, meaning Republican, including my county, Saginaw County, Republican. Every fucking county. And it's weird because Genesee County, which would be Flint, was blue for Democrat. But every other county in the state, a majority of the Michigan's 83 counties were shaded in red. The people had spoken. It tells you that people, they think the government gives a fuck about them. And that's one of the bigger reasons why I backed out of this participatory process called voting. Because these people don't give a fuck about you. They don't know you. And everybody walks around, oh, Trump, like Trump is your big buddy, old pal. He don't fucking know you. He does not know you, let alone does he give a fuck about you. They know you on paper. They know you on paper. I don't know how much I can stress this. They know you on paper. They don't know you as an individual. They don't know your sexual orientation. They don't know your likes and your dislikes. They just know that if you voted for them, you have an interest in either the Republican or Democratic Party. That's it. They don't know anything else about you. They just know you on paper. They don't know you. They don't care about you. When you're starving and when you're running low on groceries and you can't pay, you're running behind on your bills, they're not going to give you money. They're not going to help you out. You have to go apply. And then you'll be lucky to be eligible. Because if you don't meet the requirements or the qualifications for that particular program, they're going to turn you away anyway.
Helping out the immigrants anyways. People that
So-
come across the fucking border.
So the government doesn't, these people don't know you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. And one of the bigger problems is people who, they got this in their head, this delusion that these officials, these people you vote for care about you. They don't. They fucking don't. They don't care about you ever, at all, at any time.
They're gonna put in there who's got the most money.
Well, it's the voter
Yeah.
and it's the electoral college.
That's it for you, vote for government.
And I cannot
You know,
participate in a system that does not give a fuck about its people. We put them there. These people are they're supposed to be our public servants. No more than a cop. We elect people to govern the land. Well, you guys do. I don't. You elect these people to run things. And when they run things into the ground, that's going to rest with you. That's your fault. Now, I'm not going to go around blaming people individually. Well, you voted for him, you asked for him, you got him, and now look, he fucked everything up. It's your fault. Well, I'm not going to do that because I think most people know. They know what they're getting themselves into by voting either way. I don't believe any of them.
24/6.
Yeah, I don't believe any of them. None of them are worth the fuck to me. I don't vote. I canceled my voter registration.
So did I.
There's no reason to keep it. These people don't care about you. And the more people start to realize this, the better. And well, it's disgusting that the voter turnout was so low. No, it's not. People are understanding now. They're waking up to this idea that the government doesn't give a fuck about you. Why am I going to choose somebody who doesn't care about me? They're not going to better my life. And furthermore, these people who vote, they are always looking for other people to clean up their messes. If you're in debt for whatever reason, that's your own damn fault. It shouldn't be the government to say, well, we're going to change this to make it easier on you. You made it hard on yourselves. You have kids in college? Well, college is a fucking scam. I'll say it. College is the biggest fucking scam there is because most jobs out there don't require a college education. So meanwhile, you're going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, paying student loan debt or whatever the case may be, when you didn't fucking need it in the first place. You could get a job without a college education. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Let's get back to people who think that these political figureheads give a fuck about them. They don't. They don't care about you. Never have, never will. So I don't want to end it on that note because Thanksgiving is coming up on Thursday, and I want for everybody to have a wonderful Thanksgiving on Thursday. I'm hoping that things turn out well for us on Thanksgiving because I'm planning on preparing. I'm going by the clock over here on the computer, Dad. I'm looking forward to preparing a big feast. I've got everything I need, although I'm probably going to have to run uptown real quick to get a can of Bush's baked beans before they close, and probably another 24-pack cube of Pepsi. We got to have pop, on Thanksgiving. So, but that's where we are now. I love you all very much. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Luna, is any final words, Luna? No? Amy, how about you?
Peace out, be safe, enjoy your holiday.
Amy says, peace out, be safe, and enjoy your holiday. Dad in the bathroom. I will give him a minute to come out and say whatever he wants to say before we wrap it up for this week. I got things to do. Hey, Dad, any final words before we go?
Just have a good, nice Thanksgiving and everything, and
Nice Thanksgiving.
hope you guys have a good day. And take care of one another.
Take care of one another. All right.
And watch out for your veterans.
Yeah.
Stop being assholes and talking shit about us.
Yeah.
You come my territory and say something, yeah, you get hurt.
Okay.
Find out who it is, I'm gonna hurt the motherfucker.
Well, I'll tell you after the live stream ends. But anyway,
Well, when he gets back.
I love you all very much. Have an awesome Thanksgiving. We will be back next week on how many days are in this month?
I think there's only
30? So December 1st, I think I'll be back. Dad's checking the calendar right now.
30, dude.
So the 1st is on a Sunday.
Yep.
Okay. Then I will see you all next month. I'll be back on December 1st with the final month of the year 2024 with another Sunday video update. I love you all. Be safe and enjoy your holiday. Take care.